Hello, and thank you for listening to the Theory of Creativity's podcast. This is Sarah here with you.
Oh, and Garrison.
And we're going to be talking about emotions today.
I can't tell if you're going for like a thing or
I don't know. Maybe I'm in a mood today, you know? I'm
what
emotional.
What kind of mood?
That's
Explain.
a good question. Okay. You know, like that feeling you get when you're not really sure what's going on, but yet you're somehow like content with it? I think I'm contemptuous.
Can't say I've experienced that.
I feel it.
So you don't know what's going on right now, but you're okay not knowing.
Yeah, I'm content with it.
Pretty much sounds like that pretty much encapsulates what these podcasts have been for the past few weeks, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever listens to them.
Right, yeah, we can pretty much say whatever we want and go unheard.
Yeah, kind of puts perspective into the world.
We're pretty much just speaking into an empty void, and I guess life is a lot like that. You know, we speak out, and we may go unheard for quite a while until someone hears it.
And then they're like, "Oh my God, I totally thought the same thing 10 years ago," and you're like, "Wow, fucking really though." It's like that Timon and Pumbaa, bit that they do. Where it's
Hakuna Matata?
No. It's like where Pumbaa will think of something, and then Timon will take that idea and pretend like it's his.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You can almost look at what we're doing as, like how NASA tries to communicate with
aliens?
with aliens with like radio waves or something, right?
Yeah, by like sending bleeps into space.
And they may not actually receive that transmission until like another 500
million
3,000
years
yeah
from now.
That's pretty much like what we're doing. May not be heard for a few decades.
I'm actually okay with that though. I think it's like coming to terms with your own death. Like I think I'm okay.
It's kind of like therapy anyway, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely. You just letting it out, putting it all out there.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Sarah's laying on her back in like a couch thing, and I'm in my chair taking notes, just listening to her. So
he's wearing all tweed.
I'll just pretend like I know what that is, and
it's like a tweed jacket, like a therapist wears.
No
Because
idea.
you're my therapist for today.
Did you even mention that this is the emotion podcast?
I did. Yeah.
I think we should probably get started with that.
Okay. So, what's your favorite emotion?
Favorite emotion? The emotion of
I don't know if I have a favorite emotion either. Maybe this is it. Maybe it's the one where it's like happy.
Now, the answer that you might assume for most people would be, joy, happiness.
Right.
But if you only know happiness, then how can you truly appreciate like the good things,
Oh, so yeah. Well, yeah, you have to have a full range of experiences to really find what true happiness means.
And also, when I was thinking about happiness, it reminded me of a couple things. There have been like a couple like news stories and stuff with like people with constant orgasms.
What?
Yeah, and like they quickly got tired of it like real fast.
Oh.
And that's, I kind of imagine like happiness being like that.
Oh.
You would get
Get
tired
too
of
much of it.
Because like you would want to know
Like-
something else, right?
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, yay, I'm happy again. So great. Be like a sarcastic happiness. That's like a full range of emotions. I think that's like one thing that humans have more words for than we do like anything else. It's like our different types of emotions.
Right, yeah. We have more words for like bad things than good, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we do. Like there's hate, fear, anger, frustration. Those are all like strong words too, They're like powerful in meaning. When somebody's angry, I mean, they're really angry, and everyone knows what that means. No human on this planet does not know what that means unless you have no emotions. Isn't there a word for people that don't feel?
Apathetic? Apathy? Or
Yeah, but the thing is like I find it really hard to believe that there are people on this planet that don't have feelings.
Yeah, there are.
Maybe it's because like I'm such an emotional person.
You got that right.
That I just can't imagine a person.
Now, do you like pity them because they don't feel that?
No, I think I get frustrated though.
Yeah, like there are people out there that don't like music, period, and I just like can't wrap my mind around it. They're out there, I guess.
How do you not like music? I want to find these weird people and just like bring them here and question their entire existence.
What if they're all flat earthers?
That's probably what it is though. I mean, even though we're about to change like our whole podcast setup, if we ever come across a flat earther, however many years we will have this company, there needs to be a podcast about having them on this show and us having an emergency podcast for them.
Definitely. So wait, so you're wanting to quit, like outright, just full
No.
stop quit the Theory of podcasts?
No. You know what would be cool though? Is if we decided to like do the reviews and do this whenever we like felt like there's something we really wanted to talk about.
Like our like quick urgent podcast with the global warming thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check that out.
It was an
Listeners.
emergency podcast. I believe that was in December. Was it? Yeah, I'm
No,
pretty sure
I
it's
don't-
December.
No, because it was before our trip. It was definitely before the trip.
So it was in November then.
Was it before the infamous podcast? I think it might have been.
Yes, it was. So it was in October.
Yeah.
I'm just going back.
So it sounds like that was one of our first ones then, because we started in August, I think.
Yeah, we did. We've been doing this a while.
Yeah, I believe this is our 25th podcast. So yeah, we have 24 other glorious, well thought out and
Multi-parters.
podcasts. What were you saying?
Oh, flat earthers, in case we decide. No, I was saying, like, we should definitely keep doing this if there was, like, a reason for us to.
Oh, right. If there's something important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Emotions. Let's see. Do you have a least favorite?
Least favorite emotion?
Mm-hmm.
I would say loneliness.
Interesting. I kind of think about this from time to time. Are you familiar with the anime Bleach?
Yeah, but I've never really, like, given it a chance. I just kind of...
Right. Yeah. I just kind of like watch it on and off, and there's this part in the story where like the characters have to face like these, it's like 10 or 11 personifications of
Is it the Seven Deadly Sins one?
No.
That was Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, it's like 10 to 13 personifications of death.
Huh.
And they're ranked by like how their severity and and loneliness was number 1. So it's interesting that you would mention that.
Wow, that's the
Yeah.
worst one.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would hate to die alone, right? So
That would be awful.
yeah, but is that an emotion?
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's the thing though. It's like people think that there's like a spectrum of emotions, and there is, but a lot of it I don't think can be fully encompassed.
If we could get rid of one emotion, no, let's not do that.
I don't know. If I could get rid of one emotion, probably be fear.
Do you have a reason why?
Yeah, because fear. Well, I don't know. I guess that would be kind of terrifying though, because like, could you imagine me if I was fearless?
I think fear keeps us alive.
Yeah, I'd probably be dead by now. I've jumped out of airplanes, jumped off of rocks, off of waterfalls. I'd be dead.
Because, like, you could, like, not fear being bitten by, like, a poisonous creature or, like, being in the cage with a lion or...
Right, like, that's the thing, though, is, like, being fearless does not mean you're smart. It's like bravery and intelligence do not go hand in hand.
I would say, for me, I would get rid of embarrassment.
Yeah, being shy.
Well, do you ever, like, think about your past and something that you were embarrassed about and like, you'll like, spaz out, like, damn, I shouldn't have... You ever... No?
Yeah, no, I do that sometimes. But I also try not to regret those things because they happen for a reason, and I'm okay with it.
I'm still waiting on that reason for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. But then I try to like quickly realize that the people around probably long forgot.
Yeah.
So
That's the weird part about living in any society is I think people don't really give a shit. I think once you realize that people don't really give a shit, then you're okay. Because then eventually you stop giving a shit.
but what if it's something like really bad? Because like, you know, with with technology, things seem to last a lot longer.
That's a damn good point, because there's a lot of really dumb people out there that put really dumb stuff online, and I don't understand why they do that. Maybe it's because, like, they didn't... you see, like, you and I, we grew up in a time when we also didn't have technology, so we kind of understood that technology does have dangers, and I did experience some dangerous stuff when I was a kid, but I learned from it. But a lot of the people now that are on the internet...
Yeah, didn't you say you saw a dead body? Is that...
Oh yeah, I used to do like deep internet searches, and this was, I think, before...
No, don't go covering it up now.
Well, no, this was before there were safe searches, you know? This was before there were as many websites as there are now, so you could easily find disturbing websites that had weird stuff on them. Like, I saw a guy jump off of a bridge, and it was poorly video recorded, probably on somebody's flip phone or something like that. And there's like a cement like platform just below the bridge. So his attempt was to jump off of the bridge and jump into the water. But instead of hitting the water and getting into the water, his head slams on the cement and it just cracks open.
Why did you watch this stuff?
I was 13 and really curious.
Right, well, wow.
That's how I found Salad Fingers too, so.
What you were saying about we grew up in a time where cameras weren't everywhere, so, you know, we kind of have a different perspective. But if, you know, cameras are kind of these kids' life, so they kind of forget about them because they're always on, and they, you know, so I guess they're more likely to do some crazy stuff.
Yeah. I mean, well, their friends are doing it, like the Tide Pod thing, right? You know, like how all these kids, it's a challenge, so you gotta do it, and then they eat something toxic, and then they die. But I would never have done that shit when I was a kid.
Have you heard about the No Lacking Challenge?
No, what is that?
It's a new challenge. It's where like, well, so the concept is you pull your gun out on one of your friends, and they have to pull their gun out too.
So it's a duel?
It's basically like keeping your friend in line, saying, you know, stay strapped, and long story short, somebody got shot in the head and died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so be careful, people out there doing the No Lacking Challenge. Keep your gun on safety, or don't have any.
Don't get a gun. Where do these people get guns from? Not that I want one, but curiosity.
Where'd they get them from?
Yeah.
You can get them out like Walmart and stuff, right? Yeah, that would have been a good time to like have fear, emotion.
Yes.
maybe that they wouldn't do that kind of stuff.
A little bit. No, that's the thing. Is like I don't think intelligence is an emotion. Would you say that intelligence is like a lack thereof emotion?
Lack thereof.
Yeah.
Like lack thereof emotion. I don't think it's an emotion. No.
Yeah. See, you don't think it's an emotion, or is it thinking with your emotions? What is intelligence?
Well, it's like judgment can be clouded if you're like under stress or you're angry or even excited and happy. So I think that they're separate from your intelligence, your rational side.
Interesting.
Any thoughts?
Lots of them. I don't know. My mouth can't go that fast. It's like that thing that's like, yeah, you know, your brain thinks like 4,000 words a minute, but you can only speak like 20 words a minute.
Is there a reason for that, you think? Like that, you know, that we think faster? Well, you know, I guess because let's say that because like language is still fairly new, so like we're more used to like verbal signals and body language, so maybe
if you
wasn't
can
right.
understand body language, then your brain can pick that up. I mean, that's kind of one of the things too, is like your brain probably thinks 4,000 times what you say in a minute so that you can comprehend all the things that are happening around you spatially. Like, okay, do you ever get like disoriented in a crowd?
Disoriented, like lightheaded, dizzy.
No, but like there's just so much going on that it's like
Sensory overload.
yeah, like overwhelming. Like I had that when we were at the convention because like I just like there was just so much to take in.
The convention. Mm-hmm. Like in like where the people were like selling their stuff.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, it's a lot of activity. So your mind was probably, trying to like keep an eye on everything, possibly looking for danger or exits or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much like how my brain works whenever I'm in a new place. It's like my brain works on overdrive just to make sure that everything is okay.
The answer to that is no. I don't.
I don't know how you do it. Constantly looking danger.
I want to say that I feel that in like small crowds with like just
Like
a
you
couple
feel
people.
more uncomfortable in small crowds?
Yeah.
Oh. See, wow, you're like the complete opposite.
Right. Yeah. I want to say that I am more comfortable like speaking in like larger crowds than smaller ones because
So, do you think that you'd be comfortable speaking in front of a large audience?
yeah, because there's like no face to attach to. But there's also a small group of people I know and a small group of people I don't know.
I guess a group of strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like more personal, like it's closer.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, because you have to interact with them
Yeah.
almost every time. Unless you're in the bathroom, you don't have to do that.
Why would you be speaking in
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to interact with people in the bathroom. That's kind of what makes it nice.
Well, but don't women like talk and stuff in the bathroom?
Yeah, that bugs the shit out of me. I can't do it. Like when, there's times when I like go into the bathroom and like somebody's on their phone on the toilet and I cannot fathom how they do that.
Well, no, like talking to you in the bathroom.
Yeah, when that happens, like, okay, so I'll give you a scenario. So me and a friend walk into the bathroom together and we're talking, and as soon as we get into the stall, I stop talking. I will cut off the conversation as soon as I'm in that stall and on the toilet, and then I will continue when I am outside of the stall.
Really? What's the big deal?
It is my relax time. It's time for me to just
Relax your bowels and
yes,
just
sit and unwind. It's like it is a moment of peace, and I do not want it to be disturbed by petty conversation.
I might sound crazy here, but I kind of want to like carry on a small conversation while at the urinal. Just hey buddy, what's going on?
Just to break the ice. I always wonder, like, what happens in guys' bathrooms like that.
What when two people are at the urinal?
Yeah, like, I mean, is it just like it's like a bro code though, right? You guys aren't supposed to do it.
Well, usually we try to say there's like four urinals. You want to pick the next one over, like the next two over, so you're not too close.
To give some privacy.
Mm-hmm. And weird thing is that some places like have like a wall there.
Yeah.
And some don't, and they still like to do that. Yeah, I guess that's the code.
So would you pick up a conversation with somebody that you know, or like just like a complete stranger?
Well, I'm not like going out looking for it, but if someone starts, then I'll comply.
Okay. So like if it was your boss or something like that, then you would almost have to start a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know the specifics of how it works, but have you like heard of like people like doing something like knocking on the side of the stall or like slipping something under, which is like an indicator for like sex or something? Have you heard about those?
No, I'm not a guy.
Okay, yeah. I think that's a guy thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Has it ever happened to you?
No. Unfortunately. I'm kidding.
You haven't been visiting the right bathrooms then.
Oh yeah, this is what I've always wondered. So like pretty much any restroom, no matter where, there's always like some writing on the walls like call blank blank for a good time, and
right.
And Kanye West sucks, or like something like weird nonsense, non sequiturs.
Right.
Is there stuff like that in the women's?
It depends on where you go. In like school settings, like, over here at Wright State, I haven't seen anything yet. But like high school, yeah, all the time.
What's the deal? Why do people like writing on the
They're bored
nonsense?
while they're taking a poop. I
Yeah.
don't know. I've never done that before. I used to want to, though. Just because, like, sometimes you see some really cool art, like, in those bathrooms.
There's no art and there's nothing pretty about.
What? Like, some
Yeah.
cool graffiti that somebody did? I always thought that was cool. Like, you walk in and then you see, like, a giant wall of just drawings that people have done throughout the years.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like art.
Yeah, I mean, so you have to go to like a bar or something to experience that. But I mean, a lot of times these people are drunk and they'll just do doodles on the bathroom stalls.
I like how not talking about emotions anymore.
We're emotional beings. We have emotions.
But we were talking about what sociopaths, I think, earlier.
Yeah, we were. Well, okay, so the comic book I want to write, right?
No. She's like fed up with stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to write a comic book about a serial killer. And I've done a lot of like research on serial killers, watched a lot of documentaries, read some books. My senior thesis was about a serial killer, Ed Gein. And that was a really cool research project. A lot of people, I think, misinterpret what they see as emotionless killing when they see this stuff. But a lot of people that have done these killings in the past oftentimes regret it afterwards. So it doesn't mean that they're emotionless.
Well, I wasn't just talking about sociopathic killers, like, they're, sociopaths at your school, right? At, at the local Kmart.
Yeah,
And
Donald Trump, our president.
and would never know. You would never know. And
Well, because a lot of times sociopaths, right, they might also be pathological liars alongside being a sociopath. And in that, you really have to give somebody a lot of trust for them to have to take that away if you can't catch them within like the first 30 days of knowing them for how many lies that they might have said.
wait, so they're pathological liars, you said?
Yeah, a lot of times they are.
They may lie countless times to you just within just meeting you?
Yeah, just within just meeting you.
Just why? Because they can? Or?
Yeah, because they don't know any other way. I don't know, I've met quite a few people who I do believe are sociopaths. And maybe that's what intrigued me about them, because I do have such an interest in it. But most of the time, from what I found in these people, it was a complete lack of dedication for anybody but themselves. Very self-serving.
Do you think these people are like nature's way of ensuring like something, or like ensuring something to like pass on? I have no idea where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I don't know either, because, I don't know, most of the time
Like-
they have been super gay, so,
Really? Like
yeah,
really?
yeah, so they won't hopefully ever have kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Wow. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean that they won't, spread it around, but
Well, oh wait. Well, maybe they don't need to spread around. Maybe they're here like I don't know, like maybe their lies help like further something, like further I don't know. Let's just forget this.
well, I don't know what a lie is further, though. What would a lie do to further anything?
Okay, well maybe not their lies, but like
Oh.
the fact that they're self-serving.
Oh.
Like what if that like helps to like yeah, I think I need to incubate this thought a little more.
Yes, I think so too. I don't know, because we're mammals. We are a social species. So, I mean, it takes a village. That's what I'm saying. So, if you're a sociopath in a village, you're gonna be an outlier.
Yeah.
No one's gonna trust you. Maybe we just have sociopaths because the world we live in is very image driven. You have to be somebody or you're nobody. That kind of thing.
Is that just like a Western idea though? Like if you're something, you're nothing.
I don't know, because I don't know if sociopaths are in other countries, but we do experience it a lot here.
I was like reading something. I don't know how accurate it is, but like there are like more like sociopaths in like political office and like CEOs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to kind of like be really cutthroat to like sort of basically end a lot of people's jobs and livelihoods.
Yeah, you know, I think I might have read something around the same article too. It's like sociopaths are CEOs, government offices, stockbrokers, anything to do with business related, really. Yeah.
Yeah, you shared with me something on Facebook a few days ago with like everything started in like their basement or something, right? Right? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, it was like a picture of Apple's garage, Disney's garage.
Was it like Google or Windows?
Yeah,
or-
Google, and then I just remember obviously.
Most of those people were
Sociopaths.
probably.
Hey, Steve Jobs
Yes, he definitely was.
and I share the same personality,
Says who?
says the internet.
Wait, so you took a personality test online and you got matched up with Steve Jobs? Is that it?
Well, it wasn't like one of those like Facebook quizzes or anything. It was like a Young's typology Myers-Briggs personality test that I took. I've taken it several times too. I am an INTJ / an ENTJ, which means I'm an ambivert, and I am either extrovert or introvert. Thinking, I'm trying to remember what it is. INTJ. Thinking, judging, and I can't remember what the last one is.
I've also taken that Myers-Briggs.
Oh, intuitive.
Thing,
That's
right.
what it is.
I've also taken the Myers-Briggs thing, and I got INTJ several times. And I don't think we are anything alike.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I was like doing some further research on it, and it's like the how the individual letters are processed, I guess.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like the thinking, feeling, judging type thing.
Yeah.
Like that's more important than the 4 letters itself. But like your guy Adam Ruins Everything was talking about, yeah, like he was talking about, Myers-Briggs.
Yeah, well, there's some validity, and then there's definitely a lot wrong with it. I mean, that's what science is for. It's to help you understand yourself.
I think it's a good tool to like better understand like how you function and understand you more. And I always like kind of wanted to use the Myers-Briggs to like for like character writing.
Ooh, that's
think
not a
that-
bad
yeah.
idea.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe we should do that one day where we like pull up a random personality and then like figure out all the information for it and then come up with some characters. I think that sounds like fun. Okay, well, we are already at 40-ish minutes.
Great. Yeah, we had a great time with this emotions podcast and spending half of it not even talking about emotions. So join us next week for another podcast. Sarah, don't you know? Come on,
I've written it down somewhere. I had to go get it.
All right. Join us next week for
The podcast.
exactly. And the theory of podcasts is what you're listening to now. And you may have heard this on our previous podcast, but hey, maybe this is your first. We will probably, most likely, certainly, definitely be just like changing our format. And for the coming weeks, we will be experimenting. Please let us know what you think about them.
Comments.
Yeah.
Critiques.
Feedback would be much appreciated. And you're listening to The Theory of Creativity, The Theory of Emotions with Garrison and Sarah. See ya.
Bye-bye.